Hello guys, so today's 714 method, I think a lot of you guys are already in this trade right here, around this range right here. But I think it's quite complex than that. The reason why I'm saying I think it's quite complex from that is you see that I'm not yet in the trade. The reason why I've not yet gotten into the trade is because we are having an indecision candle right before the 714 meters candle, which is a 4 hour time frame. So with the indecision candle, this is what I'm currently looking at, and I'm not seeing any serious thing, right? So why am I doing this? When you look closely at what I marked, just take your time. You can see that I've marked the indecision, all right, and it's high and it's low. So what I wanted price to do was to actually close below this range on a 5 minute time frame, but it never did. So currently, you can see that we eventually reached the highs of the indecision. So what I will do is I'm going to scale all the way down to a 1 minute time frame to actually look at it and see, are we actually getting out of the indecision candle or we are rejecting? So by the looks of the three candles right here, you realize that we are actually rejecting from the indecision candle. So meaning the 714 method will work today, but if you were in the trade around this range, this is where your stop loss should have been, because I think this whole level is just a consolidation, right? So let me go ahead and execute my trade right now. So I think I should execute my trade right now, right? You can see that price is not actually close below. If we actually close below, I think we are getting all the way down to this range right here. But price is not close below, meaning you just have to find a way of entering into this trade today that will not actually get you in serious troubles, right? So this is what I'm actually looking at because of that indecision. When you look at it on a bigger time frame, the 4 hour time frame, right? So you can see what we are having. Obviously, we are still having a vast amount of level right here that price needs to tap in. You can see price coming down. It needs to tap into this. This is a fair value gap. That will show that will give buyers the power to actually push through this high right here. But if price is not tap into it, it can't actually go right. You can also see that we just went above the 61% level. Price actually went above it with no retest yet. So price has to retest. It either has to come back to this range, which is this gap right here. That was I think Monday, right? Price gapped all the way up. So it can either come all the way back down and fill this gap before pushing, or just around this fair value gap right here. Because when you actually look at it, I know it's quite messy, but just pardon me, right? So let me just take out these ranges right here so that you see what I'm saying clearly. So if I take it out, you realize that we actually took out this high, which is a swing high right there from down here all the way up. We actually took it right. Very, very nice. This right here was a change of character around this zone right here. Price came back for a retest, taking that swing high. This is a BOS. Price will push back just to pull liquidity to actually break another what structure, right? Because if we are going to break another structure, that will actually mean we have to take out this high as well. So that is why I'm actually saying there's a huge level, or there's a huge chance that price has to enter into this range or this level before actually pushing all the way up. So yes, today's 714 method would have probably worked, but I think your stop loss should have been extremely high. Now, I think today was just going to be quite simple so that I can just explain it to you guys. But it took me a while because I had to wait for all this movement to be done. It was rejecting, so I knew something was up. I just had to wait and see if price breaks below. Then I could have entered into my trade right here and just push all the way down, because this was the end of the 714 method on this line right there. So this was it right here. So I think that is what I'm currently just looking at. I don't really think if you had been in the trade around this range, you'll be saved by the trend, because the way it pushed all the way up, it was just coming back to just retest this zone right here.
A few moments later.
So fast forward, after price actually tested the highs twice, it started moving in my favor right now. I was already confident in this trade. I already knew we were going to push all the way down. And I also have a rule, right? That rule is very, very simple. If I'm going to enter into the trade, I don't really concern myself about my entry. I only concern myself about where price is going. Because if I know where price is going, it's very, very simple. I can just stack in more trades, right? That's how easy it is. Now, obviously, as you can see, price started waking all the way down. It was marvelous, a very, very simple trade. But I had to get out at 15K because we started some little rejections. And if you've seen my trades, you know that I'm quite impatient, right? Especially if we get close enough to my TP. I don't really care about price hitting the TP exactly. I don't really care about that. Even if I'm 2K short to my TP, I'm still going to get out of the trade, right? So I executed two trades and I got out of both of those trades at what, 15K. It was very, very simple and solid. Now I've already told you guys, price had to do what, tap into that fair value gap. Now, this right here is the aftermath. You can see that after tapping into the fair value gap, price started reversing right. Now, this might not really reverse all the way up, or we might just continue with this trend and push all the way up because the fair value gap is a powerful zone. So that was just it for today's 714 method. It could have actually been painful to trade today, and sorry for those who actually wanted to trade it because it would have actually stressed them if you don't really know how to do trend analysis. That is just going to be very, very helpful. But so far, so good. It was a good trade. So today wouldn't have been really, really successful for most of you guys, right? But that is not a problem. And that wasn't even supposed to be the only trade that you should be taking throughout the day, right? On this channel, I've talked about three strategies already. I've talked about three strategies already, and the most important thing is they are all profitable, right? They are all profitable strategies that you can be using every single day. One, we have the MBK strategy, which happens at Asia session. Note at what? Asia session. Mind you, the time differs. So you can just pick the time that I'm actually displaying right here and just convert it into your own time. So to me, Asia session is the beginning of the day, but to you, it might not be the beginning of the day, right? So just convert it to your time and try your best and do what? Mark the same thing. Go and check out the MBK strategy, the video on it, and mark everything that I've actually did on that video, right? Just do it the same as I did. You are going to be profitable. We have the 714 method, which is what I'm just trying to which is what I just use just right now, right? It's also a profitable strategy. It works every single day. All of those strategies that I've actually taught so far works every single day. And the third strategy is what? The short bar strategy, which works on 1 minute time frame on gold. Is very, very simple and very, very fast. At the same time, you can use it on different time frames, on different pairs, or even on gold. You can still use it on 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 hours, or wherever time frame you are trading, right? Just that it differs because some time frames it might take a longer period of time before it will actually do a show. I still have some two strategies or three strategies that I have to actually share on this channel as well. To try your best and subscribe. In any case, I share those strategies. They might even be simpler than this, right? So that you can be able to actually do what? Use those strategies as well. But that's just it. Try your best and watch those videos on those strategies. Learn it very well. If you have any problem or if you have any situation, something is still blocking you from going through, just comment on that video. I'll come and make a video on it, explaining it to you, right? Very, very simple. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.